Cali, Colombia, allá está haciendo frío, aquí no. Pandora, it's beautiful, the Canada, you people, I love you forever. And you're from Colombia, hey, bye bye.
The ocean breeze is saying in Colombia, that's the light. Want to see the world and sail the seven seas. Want to be free, unveil some mystery. Ancient times have passed me by, thou will remain. For my eyes are the open skies, but here life guides me to my destination. Sail set high, I passed the key. Easter and feast, they stood so savagely. Faith and fools under the angel falls.
Buenas empanadas, damas y caballeros. This morning, not quite as early, but still pretty early. Today, we're going to visit, finally, Bosque de Pandora. That's the guide up there in the lead, the green jacket. And a new friend, he's coming along as well. So we're going to be basically, there's little narrow slot canyons in between the rock that I just showed you on the screen. And it's, from the video I've seen, it looks very lush, thick, and really cool. So I've been looking forward to this one. And then after this, we're going to looks like a huge cave, and if time permits, Cueva del Oro to finish off my third and last day. So should be good as long as the weather holds out. So you never know what it's going to be like here. It could be misty and raining in 30 minutes, then clear in another hour, and so forth. As you can see, they have a couple of pretty nice cabins. Down there is for glamping. And over here, the guy in the blue, he's camping in his tent, which is obviously the cheapest way to go. But they seem to be adding more and more things all the time here. As I mentioned in the other videos, we're pretty high up in elevation here, so if you come here from a lower elevation, you're probably going to be huffing and puffing just like me going up the hills. But if you come here for 3 days, you're going to get in shape, I tell you that, because it was a pretty hectic pace the first 2 days, and today looks like it'll be the same. This is very reminiscent of Zhangjiajie in China. Yeah, already it's pretty cool. Try to vlog and walk at the same time. It's looking good. Yeah, this is very unique. Very cool. Very slippery, so you just have to go nice and slowly. Well, the guide wasn't kidding when he said it's going to be a lot of ups and downs. That's all it's been so far, is up ladders and ropes and etc. But I have to add, well worth it. Wow. Very impressive. Very impressive. And to be honest with you, I don't really impress that easy anymore, because I've been to some pretty amazing locations already. This is pretty cool. Cliffs go way up. Yeah, this is downright amazing. As I slide down the hill here, as you can see, this, not joking, it's super thick mud. Wow. It's like I want to take photos every couple of steps. So I have to tell you, it's just getting better and better. Mejor y mejor. And of course, I could use way more time to take photos, but I could literally be here all day. And we have maybe 2.5 hours. Super narrow and super cool.
El 3 de mayo del 2019 comenzó la exploración de este lugar al cual le llamamos Pandora, Esto se dio porque en algún momento estaba haciendo una exploración, no a este sitio, sino a otro lugar, y venía con una perrita, pastor alemán, que se llama Wane. La perrita se vino detrás mío y en algún momento, en un lugar, se desvió como buscando este sitio. Entonces se perdió la perrita y en busca de ella fue que encontramos este lugar. Nosotros le pusimos Pandora a este lugar porque tiene mucho parecido al fondo de la película de Avatar. Entonces le dimos el nombre de Pandora, pero también quise profundizar más qué significa Pandora. Y en la mitología griega, Pandora es una mujer la cual cuidaba una caja que era como la caja de los sentimientos, algunos males, bueno, muchas cosas así. Y ella desobedeció y la condenaron a que fuera inmortal, porque ella quería ser mortal como todos los seres humanos, y la condenaron a que fuera inmortal. Entonces le encontré mucho más sentido al nombre de Pandora, porque realmente esto es inmortal, teniendo en cuenta que estos son formaciones rocosas a las cuales les llamamos acá en Colombia lapiaches, desde el tema de la espeleología a todo el sistema exocárstico, que es lo que encontramos acá arriba. Acá en el municipio del Peñón contamos con los dos sistemas, el exocárstico, que es lo que tenemos arriba, y el endocárstico, que es lo que está dentro de las cuevas y las cavernas, y que realmente es un ecosistema que está conectado. Entonces es muy importante. Tiene aproximadamente estas formaciones, según los estudios, 150, 145 millones de años. Entonces pues realmente es inmortal. Entonces así comenzó la historia de este hermoso lugar. Son unos laberintos impresionantes. La invitación a que venga y los conozcan, son aproximadamente 18 hectáreas de laberintos que están dentro de Bosques de Pandora. Hoy vamos a hacer aproximadamente 2-3 kilómetros de recorrido, y es por donde vayas vas a encontrar siempre un paisaje diferente. Bosque nativo, mucha roca, musgo, son fábricas de agua, muy importante tener en cuenta que estos son fábricas de agua y que esto es vida, que es una naturaleza viva, que es una naturaleza esplendorosa, es una naturaleza única, y a lo cual invitamos también en Colombia y a muchas personas a la conservación de estos tipos de ecosistemas.
Holy moly. We're just going up and up. And I have to crawl underneath things with my backpack, so this is not easy. I honestly was not expecting it to be quite this hard, but again, it's well worth it. But if you're not in half decent shape, you're gonna struggle. Very dark through this little narrow rock canyon here, and we're going up some more. Light's much better this way. So we just went all the way up. now we're going down. Better down though. Hopefully you can get an idea. I know it's hard to gauge slopes when you're watching a video, but this will hopefully give you an idea what you could be in for if you come here. What you're going to be in for, those definitely one of the most beautiful areas of Colombia. I mean, just coming to Pandora Forest alone is worth coming here in my opinion. But then there's several really cool caves that exceeded my expectations. I don't know if you can hear the thunder off in the distance, but we could be in for some rain, but As long as we get through here without it raining, that'll be okay. Because then we'll be going in caves. It is quite the labyrinth, I tell you. Normally I'm pretty brave when it comes to, you know, just going to a place and exploring on my own, or if I've been somewhere and I had a guide, I'd be usually confident enough that I could go back to that spot and find my way around and get back safely. But this place might be a different story. This is tricky to get around, and so a guide is definitely necessary. I could be taking photos every few seconds, but try to save it for the main highlights because, again, we have a full day and only so much time allotted for here. Very dark in here, so my recommendation would be to try and schedule this tour more like midday and onwards, because it's just a little too dark. I mean, the skies are darkening too, but if the sun was overhead, it would be a lot better. I think I feel some rain coming down. And then suddenly we emerge into the open where it's nice and light. That's where we just came from. Into the maze, the dark maze. So that was Pandora's Forest, Bosque de Pandora. So what did you think of that? I don't know if the GoPro is gonna give you the full magnificence of that spot or not, but hopefully you'll get the gist of it and recognize that it's a pretty amazing spot. This morning I got to sleep in until 5:40 a.m. That was nice compared to 4:40 a.m. yesterday, so it literally did feel like I was sleeping in a bit. I slept a little bit better. Always takes me a day or so to get used to a new bed and a new place, and again, it's cold, so you had to have more covers than usual. A lot of the places where I'm at, all you literally need is a sheet, if that even. If you're in Cali, even a sheet is too warm at night. But yeah, totally worth it. And I think I might be able to find my way around. So if we're back here by 4:30ish, I might go back in, because I hate taking photos without my tripod. But I just didn't have time. And you know, as it is, being a photographer, I always hold up the show, but you know, the guides here are very patient and they never give you dirty looks or anything. So they're all actually very friendly. But I don't like holding up everybody. At least this morning I was with somebody who had already been to the forest, so it wasn't so bad. But anyway, I'll check back in once we're probably at the huge cave. It's a giant cave. It looks really interesting. I'm really happy that we're gonna try and do both caves today instead of me just getting to do one. So that'll be great. That'll cover more than all the places that I thought that I was going to be seeing here. So it's worked out really good. And in the end, I'll let you know what the total cost was for everything and the breakdown of what the costs were and so on and so forth. One thing I want to add as we approach the Eco Lodge is that the staff here, meaning the guides and the chefs, are very well coordinated with each other. And so, for instance, our guide, he was on the walkie-talkie letting the ladies who work in the kitchen know when we were going to be back here, and once we're back the meals are ready. So it's just boom boom boom, everything's done really well coordinated here, so that's very much appreciated. And buenos dias. And off we go on another adventure. Otra aventura. A Cueva,
La Tronera, corazón del mundo.
the heart of the world, here in Colombia. It's a bumpy road, folks. Looks like we're going to be walking through another rock garden. Jardín de Rocas. Up we go again. To be honest with you, my legs are getting a little burnt out for all this strenuous exercise. We have a little mini cave here. As the mist rolls in once again. And we have a couple new people with us now. Not sure where they're from yet. So if you take note of that little building right over there, that used to be a school, una escuela. And so he was mentioning that when the guerrilla were in this area several years ago, they basically took over the entire area for 26 years. And so the inhabitants of this area had to basically flee to other places where it was safer if they were able to get away, that is. Obviously there would have been people who would have been killed, but now buildings like that are still uninhabited and now just used for refuge for people who are maybe exploring and things like that. So it's, you know, there's a lot of tragic history in this country, but I suppose every country does have its tragic histories, but some of the violence that's happened here in this country has been, you know, pretty extreme. I think we're about 30 minutes into the walk already, but at least it's flattened out a lot more. but it's very peaceful, and he's taking a photo of a really beautiful bird. So it's quite nice, very relaxing. These palm trees over here are one of my favorites in Colombia. Colombia has absolutely an amazing variety of palm trees. I think we are arriving. Getting closer. It's going to be interesting going down to this cave, because the photos I've seen of people in the cave, they look tiny. This cavern already is huge. You can see our guide down there. Looks tiny. Even this part here is spectacular. I think we're going deep, deep, deep into the cave. Beautiful in here. And we're going way down there yet. Okay, so this is Caverna La Tronera. Time to go into the depths of the cave. This should be interesting. That opening is going to get smaller and smaller as we go down. So I doubt that you can see anything as I'm walking along here, but the way it works is that picture that you see in the brochure, we just came in over there, which now you can't even see that. That was the big opening. And then we're walking towards, you might be able to just see it faintly. This is where the big, I guess we'll call it a tubular formation is. That's where the main photo is taken for the brochure. Very tough to find a good angle in here. One last try getting a better visual of the heart of the world, but it's pretty dark in here. But very impressive. Trust me, you'll want to check my photos out. Thomas Dawson Photography on Instagram. It's a lot brighter now as we come out of the cave. And I hate to say it, but I had my first drone accident down there. First of all, I guess we're high enough in altitude that it wouldn't let me even go up any higher. And I just did a wrong direction, smashed right into a rock wall, fell about 15 feet. Three propellers are broken. I do have extra, but not with me, I don't think. So hopefully it's just a matter of changing the propellers, and I'll be able to fly once again. I knew it was going to happen one day or another. It was almost inevitable. Well, goodbye, amazing cave. It was a cool experience. That's going to be it for La Cueva Grande. I think I'm going to have enough time to go see Cueva del Oro. We shall see, but it's already been a adventure-packed day, a great day too. So we'll check in, presumably when I get to the other cave after lunch at probably around 3 o'clock-ish. Love these rock formations. Very similar to a place called Kunming in China. Today for lunch we have trout, la trucha, arroz, patacones, y verduras, and a really nice tasting salad, which I think has a bit of fruit and a little bit of vegetable in it. And I think we have some mora. Gracias. And blackberry juice. Delicious. Blackberries grow in Colombia, but they're not near as sweet here, I find. But so I have decided, after all, we were going to go to Cueva del Oro, but the two other people didn't feel like it, so they suggested we go in the morning. And so that's what we're going to do. And so I've decided to come back to Bosque de Pandora, Pandora Forest, and do some exploring. And hopefully I won't get lost. I'm not so sure we came to this part this morning. This could be a totally different area that I don't think we are visiting. So I will keep exploring. I do not remember any of this either. Well, that was well worth going back. As a matter of fact, I think compared to this morning, I'm probably going to be deleting pretty much all of my photos from this morning after having way better conditions this afternoon. Plus, I had the time to use my tripod when necessary. So yeah, it worked out really good. But I'm going to admit, I did something stupid. Second stupid thing I've done today, the other being crashing my drone. I was about to put my tripod away and I realized I don't have my backpack on my back. So I scrambled all the way back, literally to, I couldn't remember where I took it off. And so I scrambled all the way back to literally the end, which took me an extra, I don't know, 10 minutes because I really rushed, but it wasn't there anywhere on the path there. So I came back, and then just as I was climbing up a set of stairs, I thought, oh, I think I know where it is. And sure enough, it was in the spot that I thought it was. And so it all worked out in the end, but got back a little bit later than I had planned. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed today's adventures to the caves in Bosque de Pandora. And if you did, consider giving a thumbs up, subscribing if you liked it just a tiny bit. That's all I need. So until next time, remember, there's no you in Colombia, but hopefully you can come visit this beautiful country someday. Until next time, hasta los tacos.